Acha nikwambie.
Yes.
Nimesikia huku. Kwangoro.
Kwagoro.
In the Goro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ndani
It's so
inside.
good to see you.
Nice to be here.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Easter.
I was being told it's like I come for an AGM here every year. Every year.
Very important. We must.
Sorry, sina COVID
Ni kukohoa.
nimechoke. Excitement ya Bwana Willis.
Ni unajua pia sanitizer yetu ni strong. We have a strong sanitizer.
Yes.
But it's so good to see you as always.
Yeah.
Sasa unaona umetupeleka yenyewe ni mzuri tuliweka red carpet manake umetupeleka deep into the mapenzis.
Into the zone.
So whenever you're writing the songs, right?
Yeah.
How do you get yourself, there in terms of that space? So much so that such a song that you've just sung, inaweza tupeleka sisi huko. How do you get into that frame of mind?
You have to be in that space mentally.
Unanikanga na tissues.
Do you know the funniest thing about this song? It was a 4 person job.
Oh wow, okay.
So the first person who was involved was So Fresh.
Okay.
So Fresh, the producer. He's an amazing producer. And when it comes to keys, so I went to the studio and I told him I want us to create the song, the wedding song of the year, or a wedding song of the millennium.
Right.
And with that, just that, akaniambia, okay.
I got
Do you want it to be soulful? Do you want it to be, what direction do you want to take? And he just started playing keys.
Wow.
Then there's someone else who came for that session, Ben Soul. So Ben Soul was there and I was like, dude, come sit here.
Yeah.
Let's write this song. So when I also gave him my vision, he was like, okay. Because it's playful at the beginning and that's so Ben Soul. And deep because I wanted it to be a song that when you listen to, by the way, you start finding yourself crying and you're wondering, why am I crying?
Zuba naangalia simu ndio nisingie deep.
So when we sat together and we started creating that song and we wrote it together and we took it there, we really we wanted to get into that zone. We got into that zone and we created that song.
Well, it's an amazing work of art. An amazing work of art. And speaking of which, you have an album.
Yes.
Spirit. Why did you decide to call it Spirit? What is the spirit? Unajua?
Hakuna madimoni.
Okay. All right. 13 songs in it. So why did you decide to call it Spirit?
I call it Spirit because it's inspired by Spirit. Spirit can be good and bad. And for me, when I was writing those 13 songs or being in the zone to create and perform those 13 songs, I was in that zone. I was in the spirit of creating that music. So it's in the spirit of love. It's in the spirit of annoyance. It's in the spirit of everything that I have wanted to write for so long. Ukisikiza ngoma, by the way, ukisikiza your album, it's a very easy listening album. You can get it on Boomplay. It's actually live on Boomplay. We dropped it today.
Yes, sir.
Promise was the first song that we dropped off it.
Okay.
There's another song that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
That is in the album. So it was an adventure for me.
Yeah.
I was in the spirit of adventure.
Yeah. Speaking about adventure, so be the Saru, Jones, Prishon, Savara.
Yep.
I mean, these are people of different genres, if you like.
That's true.
Yeah, and vibes as well. So how did you pick them?
I did not pick anyone.
Okay.
To be very honest, it just happened to be like Mbithi. Mbithi happened to be at the studio on that day that we recorded.
Okay.
Nkambia, Kambo boy, I would love for us to create something because he has a very swagger way of rapping.
I love Mbithi, man.
So when he started dropping bars, I was like, yes, please. I would love to work with you.
Yes.
Prishon, we are always in the studio together.
Right.
We've always wanted to work together, and that happened. Savara, quite interesting. He just came to drop fresh at the studio.
Right.
And we sat down and we started writing a song. This album, by the way, to be very, very honest, was one of those albums where people just happened to be there when I was doing something and everything just worked out. And all in the spirit of music, we just created music.
Yeah.
But Saru, same thing. Actually, for Saru, the manager wanted us to work on something else, and I told him, but I'm working on an album. Can Saru come through?
Yeah.
And that's how that worked.
Yeah.
So this album is by the spirit.
Yes.
In the spirit of making music,
yes,
we created music.
It's amazing. And in terms of even the producers, is it so that you've worked with? Are they also different?
So Fresh is the main producer.
Yes.
Grammy award-winning.
Hello.
Mixer and master of music. Trevor.
Yeah.
Was the one who was behind the mixing, mastering, the way you hear that music, the way it's been leveled out for your ears, for your listening pleasure, was through Trevor. So big shout out to Snowball Studios for allowing me to create in their space, and also to use Trevor and So Fresh to create this album. So in terms of producers, by the I was just vibing with So Fresh.
Right.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah. Well, that's. It's good. I like that, even that you call the spirit, it actually does embody that, and to Peleka
in the zone.
In the zone. So let's talk about the brand new song, and I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Gikeno. I did. Thank you. Hold, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Hold your applause. Adoyoba. Hey, Gaiwaradime. Hallelujah.
Adoradimo.
Hey, hallelujah. Performer twin. Anyway, so
yo, my cute, by the way. This song was. Let me get into explaining about Gekeno. I went to the studio, and every single time that I went to the studio with Fresh, we would ask each other, so what are we doing today? It was never pre-planned. It was, we're in this space right now. What do we want to create?
Right.
That particular day, I told him, I want us to create something that's almost house, but Afro house, Afro. They call it Afro house, right? Yeah, South African house, Afro house.
Because it does have a little bit of.
Exactly. But I don't want us to use languages that people have had before on Afro music.
Right.
I want us to do something completely different. Then I called my mom. Mom, so how do you say?
How do you say?
This and this and this and this? Okay, my Kikuyu is one thing, but it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I wrote the song, so I just needed clarification so that I'm not trolled out here. Yes. When I go to Inoro, I will speak in Kiswahili. But I will do yo sasa. But I will sing the song in Kikuyu. So yeah, that's how that song came about. It was in the moment, in the zone. If you listen to it, it has a very amapiano vibe to it. Siko na firimbi. I wish I did. Yes. Maybe kwa show flani nitafanya hizo sarakasi.
But I like that, and even the video, my goodness, it's I think we've had that conversation on Fridays with T-Boy, that it's good to see that, in terms of the industry, the quality, the sound is to get the sound is one thing, but you can have an amazing sound, then video kongushe. But this video is also absolutely amazing. So when it came to doing you've walked on water before, so your bar is quite up there. so with this one, what were you envisioning, or what were the creators envisioning?
I didn't want to be part of the creation of this video.
Okay.
I didn't want to produce it.
Okay.
Because I was thinking traditional. I was thinking of how we would go. And
ratio.
Yes, I wanted it to be. Then my producer, my director was like, no. This is what we're going to do. We're going to urbanize it completely. We're going to make it. The moment you open your mouth after they've watched the intro of the video, people are going to be like, huh? What just happened? Complete twist. So the agency behind it was Digiton. I know you've worked with them before.
Yes.
And they came up with this brilliant idea. Let's go to the studio. Let's do this. And then when we were there, there's so many things that we would find. Like, this yellow bus looks interesting. Let's see what we can do with it.
Right.
This looks interesting. Let's see what we can do with it. We had such limited time because, of course, curfews and everything. So we created in the least amount of time possible, and the most creative way possible. Big shout out to Jay Blessing, because the visuals are just amazing. He spent enough sleepless nights conceptualizing this with digital and agency, also coming into the video in its entirety, editing, putting it together, and I think the video speaks for itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, tunataka kusikia ngoma man.
Tusikie alafu tukatike mugibi kidogo.
But before that though, I don't know if this is true. I was told that today is your birthday.
Today is my birthday.
It is your happy
It's
birthday.
my birthday. It's my
your
birthday. No, we can't.
No, we can't. Yeah, we can't turn up and party. But happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. And I mean, you're doing amazing stuff.
Thank
so we
you
just
so
wish
much.
you all the best.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Jose Chameleon. Happy birthday to Mayonde.
Yay! Happy birthday.
Ni birthday.
It's the birthday who. So, yani mukoto hapo on the edge going into the new
Our
month.
parents took Labor Day.
Literally. I like that. Okay.